RHOC star Shannon Beador rejected for Golden Bachelorette. Shannon Beador has been keeping it real on Bravo's Real Housewives of Orange Country since 2014. Viewers watched her marriage to David Beador crumble. Her relationship with John Jansen didn't fare much better. Shannon has been at odds with her ex's new girlfriend, Alexis Bellino, on season 18 of the show. The Bravo-celebrity just revealed that she was rejected as the first ever Golden Bachelorette. Keep reading to find out what happened. Shannon Beador reveals she was rejected for Golden Bachelorette. Shannon Beador isn't giving up on love despite two very public failed relationships. Her marriage to David Beador ended in 2017 after 17 years of marriage. She dated John Jansen from 2019 until 2023. The mom of three said on the RHOC season 17 reunion that she and John were still friends. However, their friendship went up in flames by the time season 18 started filming. Shannon Beador spilled to Bachelor Nation's Nick Viall on his Viall Files podcast that she threw her name in the hat to be ABC's first Golden Bachelorette. She explained how the idea came about. "We have some producers who work for the Bachelor franchise, and I said, what about me being the Golden Bachelorette?" She wasn't surprised when she was turned down because she knew it would likely be someone from the Bachelor Nation franchise. Golden Bachelor contestant Joan Vassos was ultimately named the first Golden Bachelorette. While Shannon Beador didn't get the job, she said that it sparked an idea for Bravo exec Andy Cohen. According to the RHOC star, he called her and asked if she would join a new Bravo dating show. RHOC star will look for love on new Bravo dating show. Bravo is getting into the dating game. The network announced The Love Hotel with Shannon Beador, RHONY alum Luan de Lesseps, and RHOP stars Gizelle Bryant and Ashley Darby. The single ladies filmed the spin-off in Cabo San Lucas in September. The new show will air on Peacock in 2025. Shannon Beador came under fire recently after the host of the Love Hotel spin-off called out her behavior during filming. They later retracted their claims and apologized. Did she find love on the new Bravo dating show? She didn't spill much to Nick Viall, but hinted that she's still single. "I did meet people on the show, and I'll just leave it at that," she said on the podcast. Is she done with RHOC? Season 18 of The Real Housewives of Orange County has been a tough one for Shannon Beador. In addition to her ex's new girlfriend joining, Shannon had a falling out with longtime friend Tamra Judge. The Bravo star spoke to People magazine about whether she would return for season 19. The morning sunlight streamed through the wide, ocean-facing windows of Shannon Beador's Newport Beach home, casting a golden glow over her tastefully cluttered kitchen. Bowls of lemons sat on the marble countertops, her signature nod to wellness, alongside a half-drunk green juice. Shannon was scrolling through her phone, her face an equal mix of disbelief and irritation. "They said I wasn't what they were looking for," she muttered, staring at the email. The words "thank you for your interest in the Golden Bachelorette" swam in her vision. "Me, Shannon Storms Beador, not golden enough for the Golden Bachelorette." Her toy poodles, Archie and Coco, tilted their heads in unison, as if sensing their owner's indignation. The addition that rocked the OC. It had been Tamra Judge, of course, who had planted the seed. Over spicy margaritas at Javier's, Tamra had leaned in, her voice dripping with mischief. "Shannon, you need to do this," Tamra had said, scrolling through the casting announcement on her phone. "You're single, fabulous, and over 50. You're the perfect Golden Bachelorette." Shannon had laughed it off at first. "Tamra, I'm not some desperate woman looking for love on national TV. You're literally on a reality show about your chaotic love life," Tamra had shot back, a smirk tugging at her lips. "Plus, think of the revenge body moment. David Beador would die seeing you with 20 hot, younger men fighting for your affection." By the time Shannon's third margarita was drained, she was all in. The audition tape had been classic Shannon, barefoot in her backyard, surrounded by candles and a glass of Tres Amigas tequila in hand. "I'm Shannon Beador," she had said to the camera, her voice full of conviction, "and I'm ready to find a man who loves me for me. Lemons, holistic medicine, and all." She had sent it off with high hopes, envisioning a scenario where Chris Harrison, or whoever they hired these days, would call her name under a cascade of golden roses. Not what we're looking for. Weeks passed, and Shannon threw herself into preparations. She bought a new wardrobe of flowing maxi dresses and debated whether her signature lemon earrings were too much. She even started taking salsa lessons because, as she told Gina Kirschenheiter during a Pilates class, every golden bachelorette needs a sexy, spicy edge. And then the email came. Dear Shannon, thank you for your interest in the Golden Bachelorette. After careful consideration, we have decided to move forward with other candidates who better fit the tone and direction of our show. Best wishes in your search for love. The rejection was swift, cold, and deeply personal. I am the tone and direction of the show, Shannon yelled, pacing her living room. She grabbed her phone and called Emily Simpson, who had become her unofficial therapist since their truce last season. They said no, Emily, Shannon wailed. Me, rejected. Maybe they want someone less intense, Emily ventured cautiously. Intense, Shannon screeched. I'm passionate. There's a difference. The Bravo universe reacts. News of Shannon's rejection spread quickly through the Bravo grapevine, fueled by none other than Tamra, who couldn't resist sharing it during an Instagram live. Yeah, Shannon got turned down for the Golden Bachelorette, Tamra laughed, sipping her skinny margarita. I told her to play it cool, but you know Shannon, she probably scared the producers off with her sage sticks and energy crystals. Meanwhile, Heather Dubrow, ever the queen of shade, commented on a Bravo fan account. Maybe they're looking for someone with quieter energy. Vicky Gunvalson, however, came to Shannon's defense. This is BS, Vicky exclaimed on her podcast. Shannon is beautiful, successful, and real. If anyone deserves to find love on TV, it's her. These producers don't know what they're missing. Even Andy Cohen weighed in during an episode of Watch What Happens Live. Shannon Beador as the Golden Bachelorette would have been iconic, he said, his eyes twinkling with amusement. Imagine the suitors trying to keep up with her feng shui and food sensitivities, searching for closure. Despite the public support and light mockery, Shannon was struggling to move on. She turned to her wellness rituals for solace, hosting a full moon ceremony on her patio with crystals, sage, and a journal where she wrote affirmations like I am enough, and I will find love in my own time. But the sting of rejection lingered. One night, after polishing off a bottle of wine and half a loaf of gluten-free bread, Shannon found herself doom-scrolling through the Instagram profiles of potential Golden Bachelorettes. They were glamorous, yes, but in a very Hallmark Channel way, women with perfect blowouts and inspirational quotes about life after 50. Do any of these women know how to make a proper green juice? Shannon muttered. I doubt it. A new plan. By the time the next RACC filming season rolled around, Shannon had a new plan. If the Golden Bachelorette didn't want her, she'd create her own platform to find love. At a Tres Amigas reunion dinner, Shannon excitedly pitched her idea to Tamra and Vicky. I'm going to launch a YouTube series, Lemons to Love, Shannon announced, clinking her glass of white wine against theirs. It'll be a dating show where men compete for my heart through challenges that matter, like who can cook the best anti-inflammatory meal or plan the perfect holistic spa day. Tamra snorted. So it's like The Bachelor, but make it crunchy. Exactly, Shannon said, undeterred. And the winner will get not just my heart, but a year's supply of Tres Amigas tequila. Vicky threw her head back, laughing. I'll drink to that. Finding the silver lining, in true Shannon fashion, she turned her rejection into an opportunity for reinvention. The premiere episode of Lemons to Love, filmed in her backyard under twinkling fairy lights, quickly went viral in the Bravo universe. Fans loved watching Shannon interview potential suitors with questions like, how do you feel about energy healing, and what's your stance on aromatherapy? One contestant even charmed her by presenting a bouquet of lavender and rosemary instead of roses. Though Shannon's love life remained unpredictable, one thing was clear. She didn't need a network to define her journey. With every awkward first date and heartwarming connection, she was showing the world, and herself, that rejection wasn't the end of her story. In fact, it might have been the best thing that ever happened to her. And somewhere in the Bravo offices, a producer watched Lemons to Love with a glass of wine in hand, muttering, maybe we should have given Shannon a rose after all.